Welcome back to the second part of our two-part series on financial literacy. If you're just joining us, welcome aboard this insightful journey into understanding the world of finance. However, if you haven't caught the first part yet, don't worry. You can check it out to get up to speed on what we've covered so far. In this installment, we'll continue our exploration of crucial financial concepts and strategies, building on the foundation laid in the initial part. For those who've been with us since the beginning, thank you for your continued engagement. And for those who might have missed the first part, be sure to give it a watch. It's a valuable piece of our comprehensive discussion on financial literacy. So, let's dive deeper into the world of finances and continue this enriching conversation together. Alright, now let's sprinkle some of that financial fairy dust called compound interest. Albert Einstein revered it for a reason. The most powerful force in the universe is compound interest. Compound interest is the financial equivalent of a spell that turns your assets from toads into princes over time. The sooner you start, the more powerful the spell. If compound interest were a character in a fantasy novel, it would be the wise old wizard whose magic intensifies with age. But in our fairy tale, the hero doesn't slay dragons or rescue royals from towers. They conquer the world of assets. They start small with a piggy bank and end up commanding armies of stocks, bonds, and properties. The effect of compounding over a period of 20 or 30 years can add up to hundreds of thousands of dollars. When it comes to typical families in the middle class, the difference between beginning to save at age 50 as opposed to beginning to save at age 25 might be hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of dollars. And this is due to nothing more than the simple passage of time and the opportunity to put that money to work for them over a longer period of time. If you start with $200 and make an additional 5% on that, you will then have $210. You're gonna make an additional 5% profit on the $210, which results in a total of $22.5, an additional $20. That means that the 5% interest will be applied directly to the total. Because of compounding, your $200 will turn into $210 in the first year, and then a 5% increase will be put to that total, and that will grow to $220. Now again, the 5% will be applied to this $220 and so on. Therefore, the numbers begin to diverge from the denominator that was initially used for the money. As a result of this, the process of compounding brings with a true particular force in terms of mathematics. This alchemy of turning savings into assets and assets into more assets is the core of a wealth building. It's not quick, it's not always sexy, but it's effective. Each dollar you save is a soldier in your army, each investment a battalion, each compounding interest calculation a strategy that helps win the war against financial instability. So let's remember, assets are powerful. Compound interest is magic, and your financial journey is the most epic tale you'll ever write. In the saga of financial literacy, amassing assets isn't just an objective. It's an adventure that spans a lifetime, with the promise of a golden treasure waiting for those who are patient and wise. By the way, if you're enjoying this video so far and want more content like this, comment the word "more" so I'll notice. Alright, now let's jump to our next important term in this journey of financial literacy, which is to understand liabilities. Alright, let's break it down. Picture this. You're at a dance, right? And you've partnered up with Liabilities. Yeah, that guy. He's the one who looks fun at first, offering to buy the drinks, promising you with a wild card with credit card. But by the end of the night, you'll realize he's been stepping on your toes and you've racked up a tab you can't pay. So, let's talk about financial literacy and how not to let liabilities lead you into a dance you can't exit gracefully. Now, imagine your money is like a bar of soap. The more you handle it, especially carelessly, the smaller it gets. That's liabilities for you, slippery and tricky. Remember what Warren Buffett said to a 14-year-old shareholder at the 2004 Berkshire Hathaway annual meeting? It would be just don't get in debt. It's very tempting to spend more. It's very understandable, but it's not a good idea. And if you're deep in the red, it may be a good idea to never look at a credit card for the rest of your life. That's sage advice. But liabilities? They whisper sweet nothings about buy now, pay later, and suddenly you're spending what you haven't saved. Not all liabilities are the villain in your financial story. Some, like student loans or mortgages, have the potential to be the kind of frenemies. You don't love them, but they can help you out. A student loan is like a gym membership for your brain. It's painful, it's expensive, but ultimately, you come out stronger, smarter, and hopefully more profitable. Let's say your friend Bob takes out a loan for his education. He's investing in his own Bob 2.0 upgrade. Sure, he's racking up debt, but he's also boosting his future paycheck's power. If managed well, Bob's debt could be like a seed that grows into a mighty oak of earning potential. But then there's the dark side of liabilities, like credit card debt. It's like eating too much junk food. It feels good at the moment, but then you're gonna regret it later. This is where credit cards can turn from being the life of the party to the guests that just won't leave. Imagine Sally goes on a shopping spree. She buys a surfboard, designer clothes, and treats her friends to fancy dinners, all on her trusty card. She's living the high life, but the debt? It's mounting up like dirty dishes after a banquet, and the interest is the pesky fly that won't buzz off. That's why when we said financial literacy isn't just about reading numbers, it's about understanding the juggling act between your assets and liabilities. Think of your finances as a seesaw. On one end, you've got your assets. Let's call them your financial superheroes. On the other end, you've got liabilities, the villains. The goal is to keep the seesaw balanced. Think of avoiding bad debt like dodging dodgeballs. You need agility, strategy, and sometimes quick reflexes. That's financial literacy in a nutshell. Knowing when to duck, when to weave, and when to catch the opportunity. Take Jeff, who's juggling multiple credit cards. He's playing a dangerous game of financial twister. Left foot on the gas bill, right hand on the grocery tab. It's all fun and games until he slips on the interest rate and lands face first in a pile of debt. Now, for the gripping finale, escaping the clutches of liabilities. Picture yourself as the superhero in your own financial action movie. You're tied to a ticking debt bomb, and the only way out is through a calculated, clever plan. You need a budget, a map to navigate the treacherous waters of spending, and you need an emergency fund, your life vest for when the ship hits an iceberg. Think of these as your financial utility belt. Every superhero needs one. And here's a gem from none other than Benjamin Franklin. Beware of little expenses. A small leak will sink a great ship. That's your cue to plug those leaks and steer your vessel clear of the stormy seas of debt. So to wrap it up, my financially savvy friends, liabilities are like that one friend who's a blast to hang out, but always gets you into trouble. Learn the 10 steps of financial literacy, and you'll be two-stepping past debt and waltzing towards a secure financial future. And remember, in the grand ballroom of life, make sure you're the one choosing the music. And there you have it, my friends, a comprehensive financial literacy video. It is important to conduct thorough research and consult with financial professionals before making any investment decisions. As we draw the curtains on this 2-part series exploring financial literacy, we hope you found these discussions insightful and empowering for your financial journey. If you've followed from the beginning, your engagement has been incredible, and we appreciate your support. For those who might have missed the first part, consider checking it out to catch up on the comprehensive insights we've covered. Your support fuels us. If you've enjoyed this series and found it beneficial, please show your appreciation by liking this video. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more informative discussions and strategies on financial literacy. Remember, financial literacy is a continuous learning process. Let's continue to grow our understanding and make informed financial decisions together. Thank you for being part of this enriching conversation. Stay tuned for more engaging content. And until next time, keep learning and progressing towards your financial goals. Cheers!